All right, welcome back everybody. We are going to show how to make an exploded view drawing file of this pin. Now this pin isn't finished obviously, but that's okay. That'll be happening in another video. But if we want to make a drawing file from the design, we typically go with sheet size A. We typically go portrait, but in this case I'm going to go landscape, and I'll kind of explain why once we get the pin exploded. But we're going to do a drawing file of the pin, and we want to do like the right side, and we typically want to do a 1-to-1. And for this drawing file, we can put this as shaded like this, and then we just want to measure what's the overall distance, like what's the overall size of this pin. So for geometry purposes, we just want to know, okay, what's the distance from here to the end of this pin? And then once we do that, we can do a projected view of the pin, and we can do a dimension of, what's this. So you can see that the fattest part of my pin is 0.572. I said that should be under 0.6 for your design. But then we're going to add another one with an exploded view of our design. So how do we do that? Well, we've got to go back into our pin design. Okay, so we're going to go into animation, and then we're going to manually blow this thing apart. So we're going to go under transform. There is a manual explode. Hotkey is E. So when I hit the E key, I can then pick a part that I want to explode, pick a direction that I want to explode it, and then use this to then pull it out a certain distance, and then say OK. And then I can do the same thing with this back end. Hit E, grab the back arrow, move it out, say OK, grab this one, hit the arrow, move it out. Now, sometimes it's not great. Like this isn't helpful because I wanted the cap to be further back than this. All right, a couple other things. If you want to go out to the side, so if you want to pull this, out this way, I'm fine with that. If you want to explode this one out this way, I'm fine with that. If you want to take this one and you want to explode it out here, you can do that. So you can do a lot of things. The key then is, how do we get it back together? So you can actually run the part and you can see it exploding. And now that last little bit, so this one right here on the cap, I'm going to move both of those first. So I just move these around a little bit, and now when I explode, you can see that the cap actually leaves and then moves off to the side so that doesn't run into it. But this is now my exploded view. I'm going to hit save. It now is called Storyboard 1. If you wanted to, you could right click and you could rename this to Exploded View. And now I can go back into my document here, and when I do a base view, I can actually change the model. I'm going to update this first. Go to base view. It now has a Storyboard 1, and it shows my exploded view of that part. I can say OK. I can go to tables, and I'm going to do a parts list, and it's going to tell me the parts list, and it gives me balloons, and then I can move this around. I can move these balloons around so that they're not touching parts. So move these around so they're not just floating everywhere. Obviously, you can move this too as well. This doesn't necessarily need one. It's a good habit to put a balloon in. So if you're going to insert a balloon, you can insert a balloon and then put one. But it does say that you have 2 brass tubes. You can see that the material has changed based on what we put the material as. and you've got your exploded view of your part, which is great. This is what you need for your checkoff, is you need a picture of the overall dimension of the pin that's fully assembled, and then you need an exploded view with parts list and ballooning for this project. Hit save, and then you will submit that for your documentation. But that's how you do part lists and ballooning. If you don't or aren't able to use the wood lathe to make your parts, the 2 wood parts, you can always 3D print those 2 wood parts and then press fit the brass tubes into your 3D printed parts. So if you don't get around to it, you can still 3D print them. You still get credit for the project. It just won't be 100%, but at least you'll have a finished product that you can then take home with you. As always, stop watching, start making, go build something great today. We'll see you later.